Alright, hello and welcome to another modern stream. Today is going to be the turn of Titan Vial. For those of you that are new to this deck or want to get familiar with this deck, I released a video called Demystifying Titan Vial that you can find in my YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, make sure you do so. I explain a little bit about the history of the deck, a bunch of the card choices, etc. It's basically me rambling about about this deck for 2 hours without stopping or taking a breather. It was interesting to record. Anyway, so this is where my current list is. I am up to 28 lands. The only new card that I'm adding to the deck, which is something that I have been wanting to try for a while, is the one of Scavenging Ooze. Great video. Oh, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. The one of Scavenging Ooze is here in place of the one of Sakura Tribe Elder. And in the past, I've been a fan of Steve and Dead BR. Thank you for the follow. Steve is still pretty good, but like having added Springleaf Druid to the list, like this card has been kind of overperforming. So I wanted to keep this guy around, basically. But I still wanted to play Ooze, so like Steve is the card that got cut. Maybe I should be cutting something else, but that is what this Destiny is exactly for. So I want to see how much I miss the Steve. Maybe I could consider cutting one of the Thalias instead. There's also the possibility of just cutting one of the lands. I don't think that's where I want to be though. 5-0 incoming, you know it. The potential for 5-0 is always there with this deck, you know? The moment that you join the league and you're 0-0, there's a potential for 5-0. As soon as you lose a match, that potential disappears. But, before that, fine. Oh man, I always forget to update that thingy. Sure. It's the kind of hands that we can keep because we're playing Aether Vial. If I can go turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Thalia, I think I'm gonna be very happy with my position, unless my opponent isn't something very broken. They move to 5, so I have to assume that they are either on Tron or on Dredge. Never mind. If we're playing against a control deck and they went turn 1 Field, are they gonna force me? I mean, no joke, a force would be kind of brutal here, but like if I find literally any land, that gets immediately fixed, so I'm not that worried about it. And if they force me here, go down to 2 cards, and then I manage to top deck a white source, then I'm gonna be in insane shape. Okay, so then let it go. What's the 28th land instead of a knight? The 4th fetch land. The 4th fetch land. Alright, Vial. Take me home, Vial. White source. Okay. Just main phase do this? Why? I think I should play into Spell Snare here, right? Now we get to Reclaimer. That was such a powerful sequence for us. That's awesome. So best draw is Flagstones. I'm really liking my spot though. Really liking my spot here. Just do this main phase right now. Man, Vial has done so much work here. So much work. Remember talking about this in the video. Yeah, now this is a very common play pattern, just like calling for Reclaimer. It's something that actually happens fairly often. Yeah, Druid is also quite powerful. I think I'm gonna go for Reclaimer because next turn I can Druid and I can actually get ahead on mana, so... What do we get here? Udo? Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. We can even bog this because we have Reclaimer. Can probably confirm that we're in a really good shape here. Oh yeah. Seaside Citadel. Seaside Citadel. I think I sacked the planes, right? Let's get stoned. Let's get stoned. Okay, so I guess we're doing that one. Any land drop. I think we'll follow Mr. Ponyo. Get a Temple Garden. Oh, would love to draw that there. We're probably gonna go get another Flagstones here though. Anyway. Pog. Just sitting my land here is probably good enough. So any land is fine. That's not so fine. Any land is fine, and even if no land is also fine. Basically everything is fine. Basically everything is fine right now. I guess if they Wrath right here, maybe that gets a little bit annoying. Not even though. I'm consider activating an upkeep. Just to clear the top of my deck. Yeah, that's what I'm considering. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it, actually. Just to shuffle. This is bad against specifically Wrath, but it also allows my Reclaimer to kind of chill. Which is good for us, because this and this. I kind of want to draw that one. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna draw that one. Nah, I'm not. I mean, just getting this actually allows me to. Oof, that's pretty good. This actually allows me to get field online faster. So I think I'm going with this. We also might need to bog. Yeah, we could Reclaimer into Flagstones, but I think this, like, we already have enough lands in play right now. So I am more interested at this point. Well, hello. At this point, I'm more interested in being able to, like, get value from my lands. Like, now we're gonna be able to get Field online this turn. Or we can bog my opponent. We have a lot of options. And now if they Wrath, we just untap on Titan, so a Wrath doesn't even matter anymore. The Fairy also doesn't matter. I don't think there's any cards that my opponent could have that would matter. Maybe exactly Wilderness Wreck. Exactly Wreck could be relevant because I was forced into using my Vial, so exactly Wilderness Wreck could be annoying here. But if this is a Wrath, our promise. If I go Squatter, we just out-zombie them. This means that they don't answer my Thalia, which also means that they don't answer my Titan, so we're fine here. I think our spot is fine. They only have one field. So they only get 2 Zombos. End step, we Reclaimer for our own field. So now we're gonna get to draw a million cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess it's better for me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's better to field because then the primetime can get Evasuva. So we get field here. The question is, do I just main phase Vial the tracker? So we can draw a million clues. Going for field before the ghost code would have been great, Paris. You could say it would have, but like the thing doesn't matter, right? Well, now that this is happening, I think that I'm okay doing this. Like we would have gotten one more 2/2. Like the 2/2, I'm not too worried about. Like I don't care too much about it. But the having access to like bog or something in case my opponent attempts to do something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being silly. You're down to 1 card. What's the knight for? This is game 1. I have 1 knight in the main deck. Wombo combo. Yeah, it's gonna get cut. I leave it in when my opponent's playing Wilderness Wreck, but I don't think my opponent's playing Wilderness Wreck because they're playing Our Promise and stuff, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would I rather get 1 more activation? Let's get one more activation. Yep. It's cool how we're at like 5 cards. Yeah. Yeah. It usually happens when they mull to 5, I think, or 6. I don't remember, but like they mulligan this game. But also we drew cards with this, we drew cards with this, we drew cards with this. We have so many things that are putting us up on cards. I think I'm actually gonna get a Valakut here. Let's just get Bog. No, I shouldn't have gotten Bog, because like I'm not exiling the path now. The path doesn't matter. No, this is fine, whatever. I should have gotten Valakut with this, and then we get Bog plus Vesuva with this. And now my opponent's also dead to call in for Dryad. Like, my opponent's just dead so many different ways. This game is over. Here I'm going to decline to search because I want to draw the other Amber Skull. The extra mana doesn't really matter. We're going to have so much mana already. And we're going to have so many clues as well. So I'd rather just make sure that the other Amber Skull is our draw step. Also, my opponent is playing glacially slow. I feel like I beat this kind of deck so often because of my opponent timing out. Alright. So now that we're drawing this, we can even like go get Raminev or something with this call. Like this game is over. My opponent cannot keep up with this. Literal no way my opponent can keep up with this. Oh, we just pass. Opponent can continue making one token a turn. But then I'm gonna go get Excavator. Actually, this Windswept Heath is not a bad draw. What's up, Renzi? Chase the Mind Sculptor, you got it. I think that we're ahead. We agree. Glad that we agree. Very glad that we agree. Does anything at all matter here? Good, good, good. Okay, so what we do is I guess we play a fetch first and foremost. This is step number 1. because this allows us to make sure that this Jace is going to die. Now that we do this, we play around Cryptic Command by moving to combat. Should feel as a clue trigger on the stack. I suspect that they have Cryptic and they want to tap and draw. Tap and return permanent to hand. Interesting. That's also just realized we're at 34. How hilarious is that we're at 34 right now? Alright, so we call... I guess not really. We Vial, Dryad. We then play land. And now they're gonna need a... I guess I should have card cast, right? Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. So that dies, and... Clue... Play a Reclaimer. This allows us to play around another Cryptic. Now we say go. We have a Thalia in play. Right. So this is fine, I think. So they need to have top decked exactly Wrath, and even if they did, it's not that good for them. That's what they drew, so like they are dobs and they know it, yeah. I don't understand, like you're already like so far behind, you're 100% losing this game and you're still like wasting time. That doesn't seem very logical to me. But whatevs. Oh, sorry, Wisdom of Solomon, I missed your message. Glad to finally catch you live. Been following your YouTube for a while, but I got the opportunity to watch your stream today. Either Vial better than Jace the Mile Sculptor. You know it. Adel Vial is the most broken card in Modern. You heard it here first. Now, all joking aside. All joking aside, whenever I stop winning with this deck, that's probably when I'm going to stop playing it. But probably as long as I continue winning, I will continue playing it. You know? Opponent's so slow though. So slow. I don't know why they're so slow. They have to be like double queuing or like doing something else with their playing, but like really playing a control deck with Udo and stuff. Keep on fighting the good fight, says Oliver D, as they subscribe with the tier 1 sub for the 17th month. Thank you so much, Oliver. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Oh, come on, opponent. Let's play some Magic. I think that my opponent is just like, oh yeah, I'm playing the tier deck. They're just bored. while they're doing it, and I'm all here just playing a fun deck, and I'm excited to get playing. So my opponent's trying to delay. They just don't want to do stuff, you know. Sand is so close. If this hand had an untapped green source, I think I'm gonna keep regardless. I'm a greed monster. What am I doing? What I really like about this hand is that like it does stuff even if I whiff. Although the Sanctuary, it's kind of detrimental to my Balakut plan. Alright, untap green source. Or even better. Sure, I'll take that one too. We have to play either the Vial or the Ghost Quarter on one, because it's a quote-unquote bad green source. Man, either Vial is so sick in this deck. Turn to go, not even use their mana. I can work with this. Are they gonna do instead path my Reclaimer? I can also work with that. What are they gonna do? Let me untap with Reclaimer? I can also work with that. All the scenarios that I can come up with feel pretty good for me. And drawing that Vial was pretty good. I guess Archmage's Charm would be the only bad thing. Like if they Archmage's Charm my Reclaimer, that could actually be a potential issue. Oh yeah, path your Reclaimer. You'll love to see it. Opponent fixing my mana, being very kind. Now the question is, do I jam this Dryad into my opponent's potential counter magic? I think that I don't, because it incentivizes my opponent to like tap out for a Jace or something, and next turn I can answer the Jace very easily. And if they do tap out and I draw a Titan, we can actually cast it if I play the Valakut right now. And just Violin in the Valakut, play Violin in the Dryad, play both of my lands. Yeah, I think that we're just going to pass the turn here. The respect for the Reclaimer. Yeah, I mean, it's what my opponent has to do, right? Like I'm even showing them the Flagstones. Like they know that if they let the Reclaimer untap, really bad things are going to happen to them. Ashiok. Sure. Not going to say that that's good. Oh, opponent! Why? Why would... It's too frustrating, chat. I don't know what to do anymore. I just don't know what to do anymore. So I think we're going to violate the Courser, because we're going to see if we draw anything off the top. That sucks. Now we try it. And now we do this. And this. Valakut kills there. Always yes, always yield. I think I'm supposed to take it right now. I think I'm supposed to take edge right now and blow up the white source. It takes me off field, but it also takes my opponent off Wrath. Why would you not minus in yourself? You're literally playing Uro in your deck, opponent. You're playing Uro, you're playing Mystic Sanctuary targets. Like, why on earth would you minus on me? Like, it's so stupid. Destroy Eternal Landers me to Mountains? Yeah, precisely. That's the combo. That is indeed the combo. The good thing is that regardless of what my opponent does here, like if they path, I get a zombie. So we're gonna keep this in 3 and we're gonna uptick this one. It really is bad that we're drawing just terribly, right? But so my opponent kind of needs to path the Dryad here in response. And if they path the Dryad, then I get to Petty Theft. LOL! LOL! Alright, so we want to do this. Okay. Trigger still on the stack. Oh, why are you so good? Why are you so good, Aether Vial? They have a second one? Aether Gust. Wow. Okay. Alright, so my opponent's down to 1 card, and we still get to kill the Ashiok. We're not gonna get to play a land, but that's fine. Like, I basically forced my opponent into a 2-for-1. Like, I didn't use a card, and I forced my opponent into a 2-for-1. That is what just happened. So now they have 4 mana. What do I have on top? I have an Erasta on top, right? Erasta is not very good. I guess it's okay. We can vial it in. We can vial it in next turn. I wish I could make a land drop though. Definitely wish I could make a land drop. So this is gonna stay on 3. This is gonna go up to 2, and this is gonna go up to 1. We're gonna draw this. We're gonna vial it in the Dryad. We're gonna Valakut face. They have 1 card in hand, so this is what they got. Bounce this, play this, Valakut you again. Does the attack matter? Do the 2 point of damage matter? I don't think so. But I'm going to... I do think so. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can get punished for. Because this can't block, and they can only make a 3-3 shark. so like it just doesn't matter. They didn't even Brazen Borrower. Okay. Ballsy move. But now we have lethal. So if they have Wrath, it's... Yeah, this is their only out, literally. I can go Squatter myself to get 2 more triggers. My opponent goes down to 4. Is that better or worse? Than drawing this harassed. I think it's probably better, right? So let's get these 2 triggers here. Go Squatter for Snowcover. Oh, I guess I don't get 2 triggers. Oh, I'm stupid. What am I doing here? Like I don't have 6 lands in play. Whoops. Yeah, so this is a lot worse than I thought. I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it though. Still fine, still fine. That was an extremely bad play on every single possible level though. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So based on my potential draws, I probably should uptick this Vial. What is this? Hour? Yikes. Alright, so now I'm starting to get a little bit worried. So they should get fetch land plus... What's his name? Alright, now it's time to get worried. That was a really big punt, actually. Not that the Arasta would be particularly great anyway. Pog? So we have to bog here, right? I guess we have 2 options. We could just field, and we just outfield my opponent. Bog is kind of important in this board state, though. Not worried at all about the Brazen Borrower. I am kind of worried about the Field of Ruin, though. I think I'm going to Bog, actually. No, I have to field, actually. I think I have to field. I feel like I have to outfield my opponent here. All right, that's a really good draw for them. Yeah, my opponent's drawing very well over there. So now we're not going to be able to field them anymore. This is very bad. So now we need to draw Raminap, kind of. We could also draw Dryad. Dryad would be pretty good as well. Let's get another forest. Because Dryad would allow me to not only trigger if Balak with a punch, but it would also allow me to activate Golos. Okay, so this goes up to 6. And this stays at 3. This stays at 2. Well. Red, black, white, blue, green. The 4th Vial. Feels vile, man. Yeah, we still have 4 calls. But like naturally drawing the Dryad, of course, would have been better because it allows me to activate this like it just happened, right? I think my opponent just forgot that they have a Brazen Borrower here in the exile zone. Okay, so we just win. Alright, so my opponent had runner, great top decks, but then they just didn't draw what they needed. I mean, it's not like they didn't draw what they needed, I just drew exactly what I needed, so... They drew very well, but I eventually managed to outdraw them. You don't need to outfield your opponent when you can just out-Valak at them, you know? Also, I don't really see the point of this. What are they doing? They trying to time me out for 9 minutes from 9 minutes? Like they literally know that I have lethal. Like why don't you just concede? Like it's the same, right? Just like let's concede and let's save. Let's save both of us some more time. Alright, nice little victory against the Bant control deck. Nice little victory. Even after I stupidly made plays that made no sense whatsoever, we still managed to get there. Yes, we keep these. We keep these hands. Green Source would be a great draw here. Wait, they named white? Maybe this is GG's deck? Maybe this is the Giglia deck. It's just like Bant. Like Ponza, but Bant instead of oh. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, I guess it's Heliod combo. So I'm gonna be Vialing this in, and I guess that I'm gonna be activating here. I'm gonna be activating a Reclaimer. Next turn. Just stones for stones. Yeah, you got me. Take 3. I really doubt this 3 damage is gonna matter. Oh, they have company. Okay. Don't tell me they have company and they have Mind Sensor main deck. Okay. Okay, what to do here is gonna be kind of important. I guess we don't have enough mana, so we're gonna have to... We can't Blast Zone. What's the plan? We Valak it here. If we top deck Dryad, just Dryad, Flagstones. We have 4 lands. So if we naturally draw a land, I think like playing Flagstones here is better. Because it's better if I naturally draw a Dryad, which is the best way that I can win. Naturally draw... Man! Okay, what's the best way to sequence this? So I think I have to kill this, which means I'm gonna need to find a Valakut. So I sack here. We go get Valakut and the Temple Garden. Then I Vial in an Excavator. No, that doesn't work. We Vial in an Excavator. Yeah, so we Vial in an Excavator, we float mana, we tap 2 mana, 1, 2, 3. We play Flagstones, yeah, that's what we do. So we have to hardcast the Dryad. We Vial in the Excavator. We play this. We keep this. This triggers. Then we do this. We sack here. We get another Temple Garden. And the Valakut. Valakut triggers. Valakut kills. And now we play this, and Valakut kills this. Now we attack with this because we're not blocking. And we win next turn. Unless my opponent combos me out here from... So they probably have to company into exactly the infinite life combo. But if we do untap, we probably got him. No blocks. I don't think this damage is even remotely relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they did shock there. That has to mean... That has to mean that they have something to do here. Do we even need to call for Titan? We don't, right? It's actually better for us to call for... It's better for us to call for another Dryad, just in case they have... something that can answer my Dryad. Like a path. So let's sack this one. So 1, 2. I think we just have lethal here. Yeah, we do have lethal. Yes. Yeah, I mean, we can do that. There's no need for us to. Because I'm gonna be calling for another Dryad. Or we can even call for another one, so like we just have guaranteed kill. Because we can replay the Flagstones because we have 2, we can replay them, and like we basically have an infinite source of lands. And every land that we play is 6 damage, so. Alright, give me my removal spells. That's kind of it. Maybe the Eidolons. I think their deck doesn't care about the yard at all. Just do this. I don't believe that Eidolon is particularly relevant interaction, but I think I keep this. Like, I was kind of like not sure about it because like my opponent kept 7, so I have to imagine that if they kept 7, they kept a very fast opener. So the best thing I can draw is probably best thing I can draw is probably Path to Exile or Flagstones. Vial. Seems like Vial is not going to be relevant quickly enough. If I do play Vial this turn and I get one of the tap lands out of the way, how does that look for me? Next turn we get to play Dryad. I think we just have to get the engine rolling. Idol seems bad into a company. Like, yeah, but I'm forcing, like, I know that it's bad, but I don't have better options, number 1. And number 2, it's kind of what it is, right? Like, it's better. It's better than the other options that I have, and also, at least it does stop my opponent's ability to, I don't know, to combo by, like, naturally playing stuff. I think I die to a land next turn. I die to land next turn, but we are good otherwise. I guess they don't have a creature. No, they can't have a creature in the yard if they want to. Okay, so now I should be dead here. If my opponent knows how their deck functions, I should be dead here. So my opponent seems to not know how their deck functions, which is good for us. So I guess I have to block the Scavenging Ooze. This is going to be 4, 5, so I have to draw land. Okay. They had actual lethal, right? Like, they play Ballista for 2, they give the Ballista... Okay, so they just make infinite life, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, my opponent played pretty badly there, but it didn't matter because they just found their kill anyway. This is a bad matchup. Like, we just... Like, our opponent's deck kind of, like, hosts decks that don't have very much interaction, but yeah. They might play around Path on Scoos. They don't need to, right? Because they can just sack their dude and I cannot play any more spells. This is a good hand. So we're going to keep this, and I guess we're going to bottom this Sanctuary here. Having access to one of our paths is nice. Now the question is, do we play around Mind Sensor? Probably do, because we get so absurdly blow out if they do have it. So I'm gonna get Castle here. Kind of like thinking a couple of turns ahead. And this also allows me to, if I want to develop mana next turn, we can play Courser and... Oh, wow. Well, punished for not getting... Blast Zone, obviously. Sure. I think we just have to do this. Still in love with Gargaroth? I'm not in love with it, but it's fine. It's just a good card against some of our bad matchups, so it's fine. It doesn't really mean that I'm in love with it. So they're gonna get to Coco here if they want to. Oh, wow. It's gonna be a good Blast Zone, I'll tell you that much. So let's get one more Reclaimer activation here. And then we just sack Blast Zone. What do we want to get? Probably field. Yeah, probably field. Have you seen the no Vial list playing Rurik in place of Gargaroth? I don't think the Rurik Thar is a particularly playable card anymore, unfortunately. The days of Rurik are long gone. The days of Rurik are long gone. You love to see it. You love to see it. Of course. I literally went and tutored for what I needed, but I got lucky. Good stuff, good stuff. I am definitely part of the problem, right? I am definitely part of the problem. I'm not gonna deny that, but like, you can't just tell me this, right? You can just tell me this, like. This is the kind of players that will never, like, that will blame every time they lose. They're gonna blame it on their luck, and they are going to. I don't know. I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to continue doing this. But like, I don't know. It's just like, opponent gambled, right? My opponent kept a one lander with some stuff. They are of course completely ignoring the fact that I could have played very different. Like, I could have passed their creature at some point, and like, I weighted my options and I made the decisions that I made, and the decisions that I made ended up, you know, benefiting me because they were good decisions. But it's a lot easier to blame it on luck and just like say, boo-hoo, how unlucky I got, and I don't know. Oh man, this is just delightful. Necessarily gambling normally means the odds are against you. That's just not true. That's just literally that's not a true statement. And then they finish it up with GG's lucky dude. Sure. Usually when you say GG, it's like you're meaning the complete opposite of, you know, tilting off, but, you know, whatever. Who am I to say? Who am I to say? Opponent should try to be luckier. Yeah, I know, right? How much do you want to bet they're holding lands they have drawn in hand to rather than prove how lucky they are? I mean, I'm not going to go that far. It's like, oh, they didn't find the lands in the top 14 cards. Like, it's unlucky. They're probably playing a 19 land deck, right? So it's unlucky, but it's not impossible. And like, it's fine. You can blame it on luck, but if they had mulled to 5, I would understand it better. Like, if you mull into 5 and it's just like, yeah, okay. Like, you mull to 5 and it, like, things just didn't work out for you. Like, that happens sometimes. That's unlucky. But to just, like, I don't know. It feels like such a counterproductive mentality. Anyway, whatever. I'm over it. Ooze feels squishy. Alright, got vials. Vials for days. And even if this was a good keep for them, I mean, it might have been. We don't know their hand. It's still a gamble. They need a second land at some point. They didn't get it, to be fair. They hit... Yeah, exactly. I mean... What I'm trying to say is, like, if you blame losses on luck, then you are... how can I say? You are hurting your own improvement. You are hurting your own chances for improvement. I think I'm gonna go for a Reclaimer here. Force my opponent to have the removal spell. At some point you pay the greed of playing Arbor Ops and Sprawls instead of lands. Yeah, I mean, it's... wow, brutal. And they also have the wreck. Alright, so I think we're going to pack it in here. I think it's safe to say that my opponent's my opponent's hand lined up well against mine. C'est la vie. Yep. This is how things go sometimes. I think I'm gonna go for Splint Loop Druid here. Develop my mana. We're gonna do Forest, Snow Forest. And this is going to get Flames. Yeah, that's another thing. Is just like they didn't get lucky. Like they did not play around this card from my deck. Like that's just what happened, right? They could have played around the card and they didn't, and they got punished for it. Like it's just something that happens sometimes. Just get unlucky, I guess. You can just move on with your life. So I think we're going to be seeing a FOF here on end step, and that's probably going to be enough for my opponent to take over the game with this Ura. Okay. If we don't see a FOF, maybe we have a shot. Still, often, like, this is our worst matchup, right? Like, we usually have, like, an okay time against the control decks, but Wilderness Wreck is the card that breaks that. This means that they can go way over the top of what we're doing. Huh, they didn't get Uro, so they're just gonna get their extra turn right here? Makes sense. I mean, if we naturally draw Bog, that would be kind of sick now. E-call for Ooze. Well, I don't think that anything that we're playing is going to be resolving. That's the only issue. We might need to, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Force of Negation. Alright, Ooze off the top. One time. Scavengers. Actually, I think it's gonna be more relevant for me to blow this up. Than to play second Vial. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for my opponent to exile their cards, and with Euro Trigger on the stack, I'm going to go squatter their field. My deck is becoming strong and popular. Sweet. Thank you, Bernardo. So we have to do it right here. So they have 2 unknowns. They have a fetch that cannot get Mystic Sanctuary, which is interesting. Wonder what that's about. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Sack 821. Sure. Well, I'm not winning this race by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm just gonna take a chump here. How's it going? What's up, Duncan? We're doing well. We're kind of being abandoned by our deck here a little bit, which is just a little sad. Vesuva. That doesn't really do anything for us. What's up, Jack? We kinda need to draw a Dryad pronto. Like, this turn was the turn to have drawn a Dryad, basically. Still a second main phase. Gonna blow that up. And I think I need to get to my top end quick, so... Alright, that place. This card is... fucked up. Like, it's just really fucked up. This card is real fucked up. Like, I answer and it just comes back. Like, there's nothing I can do. Okay, what do I want to draw? Golos could be interesting. That's not interesting. All right, let's go double block. Kokirikid 69, thank you for the follow. Maybe I should have actually left Thalia back. I think I'm supposed to throw all of these dudes under the bus though, and force my opponent to recast their Uro. Or use a removal spell, whatever is more comfortable for them. Recasting Uro it is. I mean, if we draw a Prime Time or a Dryad, maybe if my opponent has nothing, we can be in fine shape. Big maybe though. Control is kind of evil, but I don't see why people would hate others for using it. It's just a good deck. Why not use it? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't hate on it. I'm just saying that it's a messed up card. Like, wouldn't you agree that this is a messed up card? I think it's pretty objective, honestly, to say that this is a messed up card. It's just a fact. Like, this is just a poorly designed card. Just another confirmation of how bad the play design team can be at their job sometimes. I'm not hating on the card. I think that it will eventually get banned though. It kind of has to, right? Like, it kind of has to eventually. We have 2 Titans versus 1. Oh, come on, that sucks. Mana cards and life, Uro gives you everything. Yeah, for real, right? Not only does it give you everything, but it gives you everything every turn, and for no mana investment. Besides the 3 life, right? Besides the 3 mana plus the 2 mana, I guess. It's just a poorly designed card. Yet another mistake. Field and response. Uro is pretty well designed in terms of the fire design philosophy, or is a little bit the embodiment of fire. Yeah, but the fire philosophy is a mistake, right? It's interesting to me that they didn't dredge. Because, like, they would be able to, like, now get back Field of Ruin and actually stop my Field of the Dead engine. So, I think they made a mistake there. Now, of course, they're going to get back their Uro, but, like, they could have been able to get back their Uro and also stop my Field of the Dead so I can't keep up with what they're doing. I mean, realistically, I can't keep up with what they're doing anyway, so... Putting Loam back. Wait, what? What just happened? I am very confused by what just happened, or whatever. He even made a video. Yeah, I don't think that I can agree with a video that says that Uru is not busted. We're literally seeing it in action right now, right? Like, I killed Uro twice and it came back 2 more times, right? I killed Uro twice, which is a 6/6. It's not easy to kill. So I was somehow able to answer it, and I'm still trying to kill it for the 3rd time now. I think that saying that Uro is not a mistake is just like, you can make all the videos that you want, but that it still does not mean that it's true, right? Best way to nerf Uro is just to unban Oko, so that the Uro decks can also play Oko. That makes sense. Uro's busted is fair except while in control because he enables them to fuel lands and grab cards which they put top that with Mystic Sanctuary is fair except in control is basically what I meant to say. Yeah. I think that Uro is just busted in any shell that can support it. Why no Rip? Because we're playing Elvish Reclaimer, we're playing Eternal Witness, we're playing Raminab Excavator, etc. Let's say you finally listen for good. They're at 37 life now. They're probably have played it how to sell us. Yeah, for sure. Flagstone's also fizzles with Rip. Yeah, that's also true. In fact, Rip is kind of an okay hate card against us. It's not great, but it's kind of okay. Like, I wouldn't fault somebody for bringing in Rip against us. Also, no, never mind. I was gonna say that was a mistake, but that's actually not true, because if I top deck... If I top deck a Reclaimer, I can just file it in, so... I could top deck that, though. This deck should play Uro, why not? Well, the mana base just doesn't support it. I do know that you're memeing, though, but yeah. To answer your question, actually, for real, like, the mana base just can't support it. I guess I'm not really gonna GQ myself, so... Thalia would be a great draw here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. Can Lomi Shama be an answer? No, not really. That's why I have Scavenging Ooze. What is that Belcher pump and dump stream? I don't even know what those words are supposed to mean. Probably supposed to go get another Dryad here. Could go get Scoozy. I think we go get Dryad. Fall of the Throne, fun to sack stones to it, Reclaimer for Bog the following turn, probably way too mean, but it's an idea. I don't think I'm too interested in something like that. Jeez. This is the bait spell, feels bad, man. I'll probably have to jam here. And I'm gonna fetch to like entice my opponent to field me. Gust. Well, that sucks. Now I'm giving them more mana. Man, fuck this deck, man. So they found the green source, so now I have to beat Uro again. Oh, such a frustrating card to play against. I have to give props to my opponent though. Like they've been navigating this game beautifully. Like they realized that Aether Vial was what was keeping me in the game. Like it forced me to it allowed me to play a game that they couldn't really keep up with. So they realized what mattered and then they kind of like worked from there. So props to my opponent for just playing very tight. Skib is just such a poorly designed mechanic. I mean, it's okay. Like, you could make... Like, escape on something like... Wait, they put something... Like, escape on most of the cards is just fine. But there are a couple of outliers. There are simply a couple of outliers that are just... I wouldn't blame the mechanic. I would just blame Udo. I mean, it's Suro's fault and nobody else's. This is the poorly designed card. Like, the mechanic is whatever. Breach is also stupid, yeah. Yeah, Cling is fine. There's actually very many. So I think I'm gonna block with everything here. They're probably gonna kill the Thalia and the Golos. Probably gonna give Thalia and Golos and we'll take it from there. But maybe the Scavenging Ooze gets to resolve. Foff. Are there literally any good splits for me here? I have to assume that my opponent has at least one Aether Gust in hand or something like that. They still have not made the land drop. I think I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that they have to have something. So I'm not expecting this Scavenging Ooze to resolve. And my life to be any easy at all. And then, well, if they do have a Nexus, then we just lose. Because we just feel their Udo, right? Oh, they're just getting back Udo this turn? I guess that's also pretty good. Fuck me, man. Alright, that's probably game. That is probably game, I have to say. Just working way too hard here to get anything going on. Working way too hard here. So we lose to Aether Gust, we lose to removal, any removal spell, we lose to Nexus, we lose to Factor Fiction, we lose to... what else? Is there anything that we don't lose to? Is the more relevant question, probably. But I give it a... Yeah, they can get back Uro, but I just lose to the Reclamation, right? like, I can't beat... There's no pile that I can beat, Jack. There's no combination that I can actually beat. All right. So, like, you can give them 5 cards. Sweet. Now they have 5 cards and 5 lands and a Wilderness Reclamation. Like, how am I supposed to beat that? Skewed. Is that like the new, like, an insect that, like, multiplies or something? It seems awful. Yeah, the Reclamation decks are really bad, really bad matchups for us. I don't know if there's any way to fix that, though. I mean, you just have to draw, like, pure gas, right? We had multiple draw steps that didn't really bring us anywhere. And also, again, my opponent navigated that game, barring a couple of mistakes that they made where they fetched with Mystic Sanctuary and put a card back in the deck and then they, like, shuffled it away or something. Barring a couple of missteps like that, my opponent played really well. Like, they realized what mattered. They realized that the vials are what matters, so they always put a priority on being able to answer the vials. And then they just, cast Uro. So Caustic Caterpillar might be a better option. I don't think Caterpillar is better than Knight of Autumn. Right? Like, I'm left with a 2-1 at least. And it's also way more malleable. LOL. Is this really what's going on right now? Are we playing a mirror right now? I think actually getting Vial going is going to be more important than Thalia. They could also be playing something like Spirits, and or like even... Wait, no, okay, so it's not the mirror. Oh, Yawgmoth. Yeah, that's right. This deck apparently did well in an event over the weekend or something. Brutal. Just gonna play a tracker here. Next turn, if we draw lands, we're gonna have a better turn. Because we can violate into Thalia and maybe do something else if we need to, or... So they can Yawgmoth here. Yeah, the Yawgmoth deck is very cool. I like it a lot. I haven't played it too much, but whenever I did, it's been pretty fun. Okay, so this that's going on here, we can beat. Lying, that's just not true. We can't beat this. So now they draw infinite cards. They can draw like 16 cards. Like, I'm not gonna be able to beat that. Not with my current draw, so just back it in, play the next game. Gargoyle is terrible. Thalia, as we just saw, is unplayable. Bog is good. Ghost Quarter we can probably cut. Shave ramming up. something like this. I don't think I'm going to respect their fair plan. Like, they have a pretty reasonable fair plan, but I don't think I'm going to respect it. I feel like our fair plan is significantly better than theirs. Okay. Ugh. Very awkward. I guess I should have fetched there because my opponent might have Ashiok. I guess he can't cast it. Even Mind Sensor. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Yep. We just have to do this. Sick. All right. So we're probably gonna have to call and draw something good here. There's definitely an argument for playing Eidolon there. But I think it's kind of important for us to get either Vial taken up. Huh. Can't activate abilities either. Brutal. Alright, so we whiffed. Yeah, Mind Sensor is kind of a big deal. Brutal. Yeah, I really fucked up by not doing this while I had the chance to. I honestly forgot for a second that they were splashing white. I literally forgot for a second that they were actually splashing white. Can we win anymore? Alright, so we get 2 shots at this. It's actually not bad. Man, this Mind Sensor is working overtime. Yeah, but like, I mean, this was eventually gonna happen, right? At least they have no engine pieces going on. Never mind. So now they can sack, put a counter. Now they suck something else, put a counter here. They reset the Yawgmoth. Yeah, they can do a lot of nonsense. So now they go infinite. Yeah, well, we're just done here. Yep. So they are losing 2 life for every. They're losing 2 life for every trigger, and then they are also making us lose life for every trigger. So since we were at 9 and my opponent was at 11, they need to be at least 1 life higher than you are, and you're fine. But all right, definitely feels bad to start 2-0. Predicting, thank you for the follow. GG's. Definitely feels bad to start 2-0 and then lose back to back, but it's okay. Don't think this hand's great, but it's okay. Like, it's definitely towards the lowest end of keeps. What's the win there for Amulet versus Yawgmoth? I think it's a bad matchup. Brutal. God damn it. You liking main deck is over? It's over Steve, it's not over Tribe Scout. This is my first league with it. Played against Yawg on Monday when I streamed. It was pretty rough, but I also punted miserably. Yeah, I think that it's a good matchup for them, but not a significantly good matchup. Like it's just a good matchup, but it's not like ridiculously good for Yawg or something. But I definitely feel like they're favored. I mean, usually decks that can't really deal with creatures are good matchups for the Yawgmoth deck. It has a pretty fast Goldfish, honestly. Yeah, usually creature combo decks, period, are favored against that Amulet. Boy, would I love to draw a Dryad, huh? Monty Strider, it's pretty rough. They named Primetime, which is understandable. It's not half bad, actually. It's a chump blocker that ramps me pretty hard, which is nice. Basic forest, no forest. Like, we are gonna be able to field plus Gargaroth next turn? It's no joke. Imagine naming Titan against the non-Titan deck. Are your replays uploaded to YouTube when I watch your match, but it's subgate? Yeah, so you're gonna be able to watch it tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Predicted. The way that I do it is I upload it. I always upload them to YouTube, so you can always watch them in YouTube. But Twitch has a 24-hour exclusivity thing going on, so like I need to wait 24 hours before I can upload to Twitch. Many people don't respect it, but no, I do. Maybe that makes me an idiot, but... Well, I mean, I guess we scooped Reflector Mage, but we beat most everything else. We can't really beat Reflector Mage here. Well, I literally just say it. Falido, na luta. Abiding by terms of service, what a bebega. Yeah, I know. What kind of idiot respects the Twitch terms of service? So... Again, if this is Reflector Mage, we lose. Unless we top deck exactly right. Okay, cool. So we keep playing. In fact, we're actually kind of in good shape. Probably getting Blast Zone here. Having more dudes doesn't really change anything, but being able to answer their dudes does change stuff. So I think Blast Zone is the correct thing there. And we can't really attack because they just block here and here. Next turn we can actually attack because we have Blast Zone to blow everything up. But my Fire 24-hour stream this weekend. Gonna try to hard reset the sleep schedule. Good luck with that one, my friend. We keep this in 3. I'm planning on blowing up Blast Zone anyway. Oh, hello. So we Dryad, we blow this up. Yeah, this should be just game. Go with Dryad. Yes. Land. Kill Mantis Rider. Ha! Okay. No, we flipped a Titan. Brutal. Oh, I guess it's not so brutal. It's actually GG's. Sweet. Now we can cast it. Hey. 1. Notice a trend. Make myself suffer. MTGO Cabal gives subs. It's probably a good trend. I don't think this is very good. But it blocks Mantis Rider, so it's better than nothing. Can we talk about how good Springbloom Druid was in that game? Like, it was kind of insane, right? Like, I just top decked the Springbloom Druid and it just went from there. It just exploded. Can I really declare a Neoform offer? What was the Neoform offer? Like, somebody offered you money to play, like, Neoform in challenges or something like that? I don't remember what it was. Feels like last 2 matches affects you. What do you mean, Armor? I think humans is overall a good matchup. I wouldn't say it's one of our greatest matchups, but my emotion? Well, I didn't sleep particularly well yesterday. I slept like 4 hours and a half, so I am already. It's possible that it will just just going down. Sandy Pie thing will follow, and it's also possible. Like I mean, yeah, it happens. Like you have ups and downs, right? You cannot be at 110% all the time. Usually, when I play matches that require a lot of thinking, my energy level goes down because I'm kind of like focused and I'm trying to figure out what the correct line in it and that kind of stuff. And when it's easy mode, I am a lot more upbeat because I'm not really using mental energy to think, right? I'm just going through the motions and just like hanging out with chat. So isn't the green bold land amazing for Titan? Yes, yes it is. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about a spoiler, or are you talking about... I think I'm gonna keep this in. Are you talking about Valakut? Because if you're talking about Valakut, then yes, we agree. It's amazing for Titan. If you're talking about some spoiler card that I didn't see, then I don't know. So I think... This is actually a very interesting turn 1, because if I go turn 1 Reclaimer... Turn 2 I can double Reclaimer, and then we activate on turn 3. Alternatively, I can turn 1 Reclaimer, we activate on 2, and then we get super owned by something like Reflector Mage. So I think I'm just gonna Vial. We took just under $200 to play Neoform for the month in Premier events. Plus Pilgrims don't have to play every single tournament challenge though. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I were you, I would have said yes to that. I might have actually made a No, this is fine. So the nice thing about this is that there's nothing really that my opponent can play that wrecks me here. I guess Thalia's Lucina would be bad, but we can still kind of keep up with this. We're gonna be taking some damage here for sure. And the bad thing is that we can't actually trade with their tiny champion, which is probably what I was going to be doing. But next turn, I think we just take 7. We're kind of setting up a sweep their entire board for turn number 4, sorry. Ladamri's Call. We can make this into 3/4 if we want. Is that worth doing? I think the cost of doing that is pretty high. Let me just do this. Just pass the turn. Or just spike to $60 in paper. Somebody buy them out or something. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Oh yeah, we discussed this at length in the podcast, so you're gonna be able to check that out yesterday. I don't know why you say... Somebody said a bolt. Didn't you say a bolt? Green bolt? What do you... I have no idea what you mean by green bolt. But yeah, I think it's good. Bolt land? It's not a bolt land. How is that a bolt land? Oh, because it shocks you for 3. Oh yeah, I don't like that. I remember that you were saying that, yeah. That's such a bad way of... Just call them flip lands. So we're probably gonna need to jump here. Block here. Actually, Crumbling Vestige would be pretty nice in this specific scenario. 5, 6, 7, 8 down to 3. Let's get this. I guess we're gonna get Valakut. This goes up to 3. That's pretty sick. So now we get to clear their board. That's nice. I am furious. You. Thank you for the follow there. Oh, actually, that was a Twitch Prime sub. My bad. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Prime Time Stronghold. I am furious. You can use the punt emote now. I love that the sunglasses actually kind of work with the punt emote, which is pretty sweet. Well, I think I need to clear their board, so we have to do this. So if they have this member, we get super wrecked. Always yes, always yes, always yield. Alright, now this member. Also should have played Tracker first. Whoopsies. This is basically just a champ blocker, and we of course lose to Mantis Rider, but there's nothing we can do. We could have gotten the gain 2 life land Radiant Fountain with Reclaimer, but that means that we only would have gotten 1 Valakut, so we would be losing to their creatures. So I think this is better. Like, losing to their top decks is probably... I mean, always losing to their top decks is better than losing to their board, right? Yeah, I should have tracked first. That was just like a missequence from me. Springtime and GG's. Probably gonna go for Raminap. That's what I was going for. Well, it doesn't matter, like, either one just wins. But Raminap is nicer because like it gives me more triggers. I can't resist some good old value. We couldn't call EOT because we needed to use the mana for Reclaimer. So calling EOT was in the line. Reflector Mage doesn't matter. What they should do though is they should bounce... Wait, what? Okay, so that was not good. Unless they top deck exactly this member, that was just not a good play. They should have dismembered this. They should have bounced this, so they forced my Dryad to chump. Okay, so now we just get to clear their board. Definitely keep these on 3 to play around future Reflector Mages. And we do this. Go get Ramunap. Excavator. Keep this one. Valakut. You. Valakut, you. Valakut, you, I said. Why no primetime? Because this is more fun. I mean, it's like we could not cast primetime before getting that, right? 3 and 2. It's okay. It's okay. I kind of would like to get access to one more Path to Exile in the deck. I'm gonna try this for the next league. Amulet Reclaimer time. Oh yeah, good times. Fiend Hunter, Skyclave, Apparition. The new one I might try out. I think Fiend Hunter is pretty bad. Like the fact that your opponent just gets to answer it again, it's so bad. But the fact that you're giving them a token with the newly printed one, like the newly printed one, the one that Caleb D spoiled, is really good in this deck. So I'm going to be testing it 100%. But Fiend Hunter is kind of medium. But like the fact that they answer your dude and all that they get back is like a silly token, it's so much better. It also answers everything, right? It also answers Blood Moon, it answers Ashiok. Like it's just insane. I'm probably gonna be playing like maybe 2 or 3 copies of that card actually. It looks very, very good. What's up, GG? Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna run a league with this. So 4th path over the Arasta. And we're gonna be doing this very soon. For now, I'm gonna be taking a very short break. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Make sure you check it out. See you later. Bye-bye.